Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving my match predictions for the Champions League semi-finals. And what a run, what a tournament it has been this year in terms of the Champions League. We have seen some amazing results, some amazing teams go through to the latter stages, and let's see if we can see more upsets, or let's see if teams like Manchester City and Liverpool can actually get their hands on the Champions League this season. And it's set up for an epic display. We've got some great games. With the first game, obviously the box office attraction, we've got Manchester City versus Real Madrid in the first leg, held at the Etihad. Then we also got Villarreal versus Liverpool. We know who the favourites are in that match, but we can't discount Emery because he has beaten top sides like Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals and even Juventus in their last 16. So all my days, it's all to play for so far in the Champions League, and let's just hope for goals, thrills and drama like I always say on my channel. But before going this video, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure you guys like, comment and hit that big subscribe button right there, because only 10% of you guys actually subscribe to my channel, so please hit it. It helps my channel grow and I'll release more content. But let me know in the comment section your own predictions. Please let me know. Do you think Real Madrid will be able to beat Manchester City at the Etihad? Or do you think Manchester City and Pep Guardiola will be able to advance to the second Champions League final in a row? Do you think Villarreal can upset Liverpool? Or do you think Liverpool will advance to their third final in 5 years in terms of the Champions League? So let me know in the comment section like I said. So the first game I'm going to be predicting, you guessed it right, it is Manchester City versus Real Madrid. And this is the box office attraction like I said in terms of my introduction. We got a team looking to make history, Manchester City winning their first Champions League, going into the finals of this competition, and we got Real Madrid who are pretty much the history when it comes to the Champions League, looking to win their 14th Champions League in terms of their great history when it comes to this competition. But in terms of this game, it's going to be a very close call. I know people are thinking Manchester City are the favourites, and I feel like they are, but I'm only going to give them the edge because they have better players and obviously the better manager. But we know Pep Guardiola loves to overcomplicate things when it comes to this late stage in terms of the Champions League, and we cannot discount Real Madrid who have been some top teams to get to this stage in terms of the competition. They beat the European champions Chelsea, and they also beat PSG, where so many fans had PSG going all the way and winning the Champions League because they acquired Lionel Messi in the summer transfer window. So Real Madrid are nothing to be laughed at. They're not slouches. They're obviously a very good side, and if Manchester City are not at their best, Real Madrid could actually win this game at Etihad and put themselves in a commanding position going back home to the Bernabeu in Spain. But in terms of the game, we can talk about how there's going to be world-class players on every blade of the grass in terms of the Etihad with Benzema, Modric, Cruz. Then on Manchester City side, Kevin De Bruyne, Edison the goalkeeper, even great defenders like Laporte, Rodri the midfielder. There's so much talent on display, and it's going to be set up for an amazing game. However, I feel like the biggest talking point is how Real Madrid are going to set up in this game against Manchester City at the Etihad, because we know Manchester City are going to be looking to dominate the ball, monopolize it, be on the front foot, look to literally pin back Real Madrid in their own half. How will Ancelotti react to this? Because we know when it comes to pragmatic football, Ancelotti is one of the best managers in the world when it comes to setting up his team. However, in the game against PSG, we just saw in the round of last 16, he failed, and Real Madrid failed miserably in terms of setting up their team well. It just felt they were pinned back all the time. They couldn't get out their own half, and Benzema was left isolated up front. And we know PSG were in the front for that game, and they deserved that win 1-0 when Mbappe got that goal. And we know Manchester City, like I said, are going to look to monopolise the ball, dominate possession and pin Real Madrid back. So if Real Madrid fall into the trap of pretty much parking the bus, they're not going to be able to provide support and help for Benzema up front. And that's Real Madrid's main threat in terms of actually hurting and penetrating Manchester City's defence. They need their key player having service, and they're not going to be able to do this if they're always pinned back in their own half, because we know Ancelotti likes to play pragmatic football, defensive, conservative style football against top teams. So they're caught in the catch-22, because if they go toe-to-toe with Manchester City, we know Manchester City have the legs, they have the energy, they have the playing style to literally obliterate Real Madrid, because Modric and Cruz, yes, they've done well so far, they are getting up in age, and Manchester City have the fresh legs of players like Foden, Sterling, Grealish, Jesus, whoever plays, and they'll be able to operate in that space and literally hurt Real Madrid. So it's going to be interesting to see what Ancelotti does. I feel like obviously be safe and cautious defensively, but don't fall in the trap of staying all the way back, because we know Manchester City love to play against low block teams because it gives them that patience. It allows them to excel in that sort of play, because we've seen them dominate teams like Atletico Madrid. Over 2 legs, Atletico Madrid could not even get that many shots on target. We even saw against Burnley. I know Real Madrid are way better than Burnley, but like we've seen so many times this season, they know how to take their time to dismantle teams when they're setting up in a 5-4 or 4-5-1 formation, which makes it very hard for themselves to be beaten. So going this game, Real Madrid have to be defensive, but at the same time, they have to know that goals win you games, and they must counter with pace, speed, and intensity. There are also going to be some key matchups in this game which are going to be pivotal in terms of the result, because Manchester City are missing their key right back, one of the best right backs in the world, Kyle Walker, who provides them that pace and allows them to play that such high line, push on into the opposition's half, because Kyle Walker has the intelligence and the speed to cover if there's that long ball launch in behind him, because players like Laporte, Stones, don't have that pace in behind to deal with players like Vinicius and Benzema. However, Kyle Walker is going to be missing, so it's going to be interesting on one hand how Vinicius will target Cancelo, because I think Cancelo will be pushed to the right back position, and we know Vinicius, we've seen it in the Champions League run in terms of this year and even last year, he likes favourable matchups in isolated situations because of the agility and the pace to deal with any defender he's put up against. We know Cancelo loves to push on forward, join into attack and provide assists and create chances and opportunities for his teammates. So that's going to leave a bundles of space and opportunity for Vinicius to exploit to really hurt Manchester City's high line. So it's going to be interesting to see how Manchester City deal with this, because we know Vinicius and Benzema this season in terms of the Champions League have been an incredible partnership going forward. Also, not much needs to be said about Real Madrid's formidable striker Karim Benzema, who has been in hot form all season, one of the mainstays, one of the main contenders in terms of the Ballon d'Or race this season. He's been absolutely incredible, scoring pivotal goals against Chelsea and even PSG, and I'm not going to be surprised if he gets a key goal in this game against Manchester City, because he has been on an epic run. He has scored 7 goals in his last 3 games, and I don't expect this to stop. So how will Manchester City's defenders be able to react to this to ensure that he's eliminated throughout the 90 minutes? And Benzema has proven himself that he doesn't need to be alive, he doesn't need to be awake throughout the 90 minutes of a game, because he only needs 1 or 2 chances to put the game to bed, like we just saw in his last game against Chelsea at the Bernabeu when he scored in extra time. So Manchester City defenders, Stones, Laporte, they must be switched on throughout the 90 minutes, or Benzema has the capabilities to punish you. So like I said, in terms of this game, I think it's going to be a coin toss. I think it's going to be a close call, because I feel like it's Manchester City's quality versus Real Madrid's experience. If Manchester City are not playing up to scratch, we know Real Madrid's experience can seal them a good result going back to the Bernabeu. We've seen on numerous occasions before, like teams like Chelsea and PSG have made mistakes, and Real Madrid have been the ultimate opportunists with their experience to get those all important and decisive goals to go into the next round of this competition. However, I think Manchester City are a well-drilled side, especially under Pep Guardiola, who literally don't give up that many mistakes in games, especially in the Champions League like we've seen this season. I know Manchester City have a tendency to choke when it comes to this far of the competition, but I just feel like they want it and they're hungry, and they're not going to let this opportunity slip from their grasp. They won't be complacent, because they have known season after season when they've been in a good position, they've always faltered and choked, and I just don't feel like they're going to let this happen in this game against Real Madrid and give them opportunities that PSG and Chelsea have in the past. So going this game, I'm going to be predicting a tight game, but I think Manchester City will just edge it and win 2-1 at home. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Villarreal versus Liverpool, and unlike the first game I predicted, there's a clear favourite in this game, Liverpool, and if you're a betting man, it's just going to be hard to predict Villarreal will be able to beat Liverpool, because we know Liverpool have the better players, the better manager, and the better system going into this game, and they have been on an absolute tear, one of the best teams in Europe this season so far. So how will Villarreal be able to beat Liverpool? However, as a Liverpool fan, I am not going to be down Unai Emery, who somehow always has great results when it comes to European competitions. This guy is a serial winner when it comes to European knockout stages. This guy knows how to deploy the right tactics, knows how to motivate his players, and knows how to put the best personnel in their best position to ensure that they can get a result. So going this game, Unai Emery has a bag of tricks, and he knows how to formulate a good system potentially to hinder and prevent Liverpool from playing their style of football to get real joy in this game. Emery's a master tactician. They have beaten Juventus, they have beaten Bayern Munich, great established European sides when it comes to this competition. So why can't they beat another great established European side in Liverpool? Villarreal have the work ethic, they're resilient, they have players who run tirelessly for the manager and the fans, players like Coquelin playing on that left hand side, players like Capuy and Parejo who run their socks off. These guys are committed to the cause and they will not let the fans and the manager down in terms of this game against Liverpool. However, let me just stop right there because it's not like the verse in Bayern Munich of 2020 or even 2013 when they had Ian Robin and Frank Ribery on the wings. This Bayern Munich side Villarreal beat was a shell of itself. They were not performing well. They had some shocking defeats in their league against teams like Mönchengladbach, losing 5-0, even against Frankfurt. This Bayern Munich side, although have the quality players, it just didn't gel, and in terms of consistency, it wasn't there. And in terms of Liverpool, they are the complete opposite compared to Bayern Munich. They have been nothing but consistent in terms of the last 25-26 games, only having one defeat. So Villarreal are going to have to rely on the roll of the dice, get so much luck, get so much fortune in terms of this game if they're going to have any opportunity of staying in this game to potentially get a goal to win it. Because we know in the game against Juventus, even against Bayern Munich, those type of teams have been able to accumulate 20 to 25 shots in a game. And if the Liverpool strikers get anything near this, you think players like Salah, players like Diaz, players like Firmino, Jota, they won't be able to finish off their dinner. They are being consistent in front of goal, and there's a reason why 3 of them are pretty much in the Golden Boot race when it comes to the Premier League this season. So going in this game, Liverpool have the clinical strikers if Villarreal are going to gift them so many opportunities at goal in terms of hitting the back of the net. Liverpool have scored 17 goals in their last 6 games, and I just can't see this stopping. We know when it comes to the game of football, momentum is such a big thing, and the momentum is all in Liverpool's favour, so it's going to be hard for Villarreal to slow this down in terms of how great of form they have been in, especially going forward. And tactically, it's going to be so hard for Villarreal to stop Liverpool from playing, being the disruptors and disturbers they are, because we know Liverpool have so many different dimensions, different avenues when it comes to scoring goals, especially this season. The influence and the technical ability of Thiago has been absolutely crucial for Liverpool, giving us a different dimension of scoring goals because he's been able to provide those great balls into the feet of Mane, Salah from that midfield position. And then we also can rely on the width, the conventional Klopp system of players like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robinson to really push on high to get those all-decisive crosses in to provide great opportunities for our forwards. If Villarreal are going to start one form of build-up play, the other form of build-up play will be available for Liverpool to take advantage of Villarreal. But going this game, Liverpool have been so great, or so extraordinary, especially going forward, and I just can't predict anything but a win. Seasoned experienced veterans in our side who have won the Champions League before. I'm going to be predicting a 2-0 away victory for the away side Liverpool FC.